Hello, I'm Amehana Arashi, also known to most people as Teresa Garcia. I am an author, a poet, an illustrator, a narrator, and recently a JIC Candles representative. Today, I welcome you to Ame's bookshelf, and the book that I have up for review currently is Murderous Valentine, an Admiral Shackleford mystery. This is by Beverly Watts. You can get it at Amazon or other various places, I'm sure. All you have to do is look for it. Now, I rated this a 5 stars, and I am putting that for both enjoyability and for quality, because it was indeed a quality story, and not all quality stories are enjoyable, and not all enjoyable stories are quality. So 5 of 5 for both. Now, the age rating, I'm going to rate this a solid PG-13. This is due to a few innuendos and comedic attempts, but I'm confident that we fall very squarely within this rating, even with those occasional language and, of course, the murder. You may or may not feel that this is an appropriate rating. It depends on your parenting style, and my parenting style is probably different than yours. Getting to the story itself, we have an aging admiral who invites himself and his partner along on a romantic getaway, putting a bit of a kibosh on the amorous designs of his former master-at-arms. A murder mystery theater retreat turns into a double murder mystery. One mystery within the play and one in actuality. Jimmy and Charlie, therefore, are called into action again despite the many years since they've last seen action. Now, the Admiral, to me, just gets funnier and funnier, and I can relate with trying to impress one's other half. I make a fool of myself quite often whenever I feel like trying to impress somebody. I'm good at that. Now, although he has his moments of fallibility, he also recovers and gets the job at hand done. I find him to be a very well-done anti-hero, and it is always wonderful to read a well-written anti-hero, as currently it seems that the most popular idea of one is a moody teen. I'm looking at you, Twilight. I'm sure that others can think of other anti-heroes that are kind of different. So I do encourage you to discuss in the comments below as to what your idea of an anti-hero is, and to give me an example of your favorite anti-hero. And maybe even I will go and look for that book and read about it and give my own review about it. Getting back to the review at hand, though, Jimmy, the former master-at-arms, is much the same as the Admiral, but a great deal more competent. It is very interesting reading about them getting back into the swing of things, and I would definitely have been interested in the adventures of their younger years. I have the impression that every gray or white hair they bear is fully earned, and I am greatly impressed by the balance of comedy with solemnity. That's very hard to achieve. Most people can't pull it off, but it was done quite well in this. Also, I greatly enjoy how the main 4 characters are so well detailed. I also enjoyed how many possible suspects there were. Some were downright unlikable, and I have to applaud that. It is easy to make a person unlikable, but to make them convincingly unlikable is a different thing. Excuse me. You see, some authors work too hard on it, but these felt very organically unlikable. I'm sure you have met people like this, and then some that, of course, try to be unlikable and fail. The murdered also did not seem very likable as a person, which for me made it a lot more believable that there was a murder at all. With the mystery wrapping up so neatly, I was reminded of playing a really good game of Clue, and find myself wishing that my father were still alive. This is one that he would have enjoyed greatly, and reading it, I could feel like he was sharing the experience with me. So, my thanks to the author for writing the story and for a few hours bringing my father back in a fashion. Again, I highly recommend this story, especially if you like murder mysteries, especially if you like cozy murder mysteries of the old school variety. I'm reminded of Agatha Christie. There's also another one, the Elizabeth Peters books. I mean, the Elizabeth Peters books are a bit more detailed than this and not as comedic. This one is more comedic. But so that's that. You know, if you can, again, I would love to talk with you about antiheroes in the comments below. So if you have a antihero that you particularly enjoy, tell me a bit about them. Also, if you have a particular mystery that you enjoy, tell me a bit about that too. Maybe I'll add that into the reading list somewhere. There are a few other books in my reading list that I have yet to get to. I can't get to them all, unfortunately, but there are certainly ones in the waiting list that I am working on obtaining. If you would like me to read and review one of your works, please do send it along. Let me know. If you have somebody else's work that you would like to hear my opinion on, please send my way. And for now, that is everything. I will see you another night in another video.